Kansas City is a city with a population of 500,000, a big train commercial hub, and is known for how car-centric it is. Was it always like this, though? No. Instead, Kansas City follows the old history of most American cities, in the early 1900s having one of the best streetcar systems in the nation, only for it to be destroyed once cars became the main source of transportation. This has caused many problems. Three main ones: the amount of space used for parking lots and cars, the mental health implications for those without a car, and how to get into the main downtown from the suburbs. I wanted to shine some light on these problems with the city I call home to. Kansas City's downtown is known for how half of its land is used by parking lots. Daniel Herrigs in Strong Towns explains how this is not just a myth, but is in fact true. He states how for every 1,065 square feet of land used for buildings, 1,128 square feet is used for roads, and over 1,000 square feet is used for parking. 40% of that is non-taxable parking. Downtown is 2.9 miles, so if we do the math, a little over 30% of downtown's land is used by parking. Not only that, but buildings that are built by or on roads or near highways, their land value is devalued significantly. Realtor.com says that the average cost for a single square foot in downtown is $224. When people need to buy a car to get to work or to get their kids to school, it affects them very negatively. The KC Star interviewed people who lived in the Redbridge neighborhood about the public transportation and walkability of their neighborhood. First, they asked about the crossroads. One pedestrian responded by saying, "Now, is there a crossroad there? Yes. Are there white boxes painted on the street? Yes. But is there any enforcement of that? Like, do people actually know to stop, or think to stop, or care to stop? Absolutely not." This was from 2022. So, I checked if there was a public transit line to the neighborhood. There was, but to get to downtown from Redbridge, it would take 21 minutes in a car and 1 hour and 53 minutes in a bus. The buses go back and forth every 43 minutes. Another interviewer interviewed people in Platte Woods, Missouri, and a respondent said how there are no sidewalks at all. Residents must choose between walking in the streets or driving, and most choose their wheels. The Kansas City government has tried to take action to help improve sidewalks in the surrounding suburbs. They have conducted a Vision Zero plan, hoping to get to zero pedestrian car-related deaths. But it's increasing over the past years, a 37% increase since 2010. And to add on to injury, they said that to fix all the sidewalks in the city, it would cost $1 billion. Manny Pohl, city director of KC Sidewalks. When the only way to get to somewhere is either using broken sidewalks or taking a bus that takes over an hour when a car can take only 10 minutes, these are the reason people use cars. And when companies and new projects see these, they believe they need to add car-centric infrastructure in parking lots, as they believe everyone uses a car. People use cars because they need to, not because they like to. That is why only 8.7% of America has no cars. I live to the north of Kansas City. When my family wants to go to downtown, we take the highway. I actually wondered while writing this, where is the fastest way to get to downtown by only public transportation where I am? First, I checked the three main bridges that my family and I use to get into the city. Any sidewalks or bike lanes? None. Next, where was the closest bus stop to me? Gladstone, which is a 13-minute drive. So, to take a bus from where I live, I need to hire an Uber, then take the bus, which schedules were made from 2019 to downtown. Doesn't sound too good, and yeah, it isn't. Kansas City is starting to fund the use of an app called Iris, which will pick up a user from a selected location and it will drive them anywhere in the Northland. So that's Liberty, Gladstone, or it's like downtown. But this app does cost money. $10 to the airport or $3 to anywhere in the Northland. So it is possible for me to get to downtown using public transportation, but it will cost me. And it will take longer than just to take a car. So far, I've only been speaking badly, but Kansas City has been working on the public transportation. This weekend, I had the luxury to try out the streetcar, which right now goes from the River Market to Union Station, but will one day stretch to the plaza and to the new soccer stadium, and maybe in the future will stretch farther. Some officials have been thinking even to taking away car lanes and giving them to only the streetcars and buses. Even right now, just in November, action is being taken when Kansas City citizens agree to keep buses free by keeping the 3/8 cents tax. So far, there are 6 streetcars and over 260 buses going to multiple different stops, the farthest away being the international airport. Action is being taken for public transportation, but no matter how far public transit goes, the underlying problems of space will not be fixed by this. When over 30% of a city's downtown land is parking lots, this is not a good sign when the population begins to boom after the pandemic. Kansas City has the population, government, and resources to become a great transit-friendly city, only if the problems are underlined and solved.